Hey there, welcome to Fiddlehead Fiddle Lessons. Today we're going to talk about syncopated rhythms. Syncopation means notes that fall outside the beat, and it's something you encounter a lot in fiddle tunes like Shooting Creek. So the notes don't always fall on 1, 2, 3, 4. They're very tricky sounding rhythms, so I decided to make up a bunch of exercises that I call syncopated riffs to help you guys get better at playing these tricky rhythms. So I'm going to show you one today, and we'll play it 5 different ways, this riff that I'm going to show you. We'll first play it on a single open string, easiest way possible, but this is where you should spend most of your time so you can really get it, really get in the groove, as they say. Then we'll play it with a chord. Then we will play it on each step of a scale. Scales can be fun, remember. Then we will clap it, and then we'll play this little rhythm with make up a little melody with it. I call it atomic melodies. And so we'll do that, and I'll suggest ways you can do this creatively on your own. Okay, so let's just get started. So the rhythm we're going to do today, I gave this and the other rhythms I made up just simple names to help you remember it. This is downbeat plus 4 offbeats. Here's one cycle of it, what it sounds like. Okay, and now let's loop this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, excellent. So if that was hard, you can use the speed control on the video player to slow it down. And also I've created play-along tracks, audio play-along tracks at slow to fast speeds to help you really practice this and really get it. And so it's important to really stay with this a long time. You want to get in the flow. You want to move past thinking about what you have to do and just be able to do it, be able to close your eyes and feel that rhythm. That's what they say, whoever they are, that's what they say when they say getting in the groove. It's you've moved beyond a point of like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing? And you're just like playing it. And so the constant repetition really helps you to do that. So repeat this a lot. Repeat 1,000 times, 1,000 times. No joke, practice it 1,000 times. Okay, excellent. So now we're just going to basically be doing a bunch of variations on that. So we're going to take the same rhythm and now simply play a chord with it. So I'm going to do D major, the simplest possible D major chord, D and A strings together. Here we go. Same rhythm, we'll just do it twice. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Makes sense? You could do it with any chord. You know, all the open string chords or like C major or a chord progression. All right, so now let's move on to the next variation, doing it on a scale. Simple D major scale. And if this is hard, by the way, we could start with just 2 notes, doing it on this open D, and then first finger, and back to open D. In fact, that's probably a good idea no matter what, to start with 2 notes with anything, just as a general practice progression. I like to call it the step method, simple to elaborate progression. You start with something super simple, a single note, then 2 notes, then a scale, and then a tune phrase, and on and on. Okay, so we'll now do it on the full D major scale, just going up. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Open D. D1. D2. And more generally, any rhythm you find, you can practice with this method, okay? And you could start with single notes and then move forward. Okay, so now we're gonna do something. We're gonna set down the fiddle. We're gonna practice fiddling without even a fiddle. And basically, we're gonna take this rhythm and just clap it, okay? So this may be easier for some of you and it may be harder. So just be kind to yourself if you struggle with it. I have taught people who they had an easier time playing it on the fiddle than clapping it. So anyway, we're gonna just do the same thing. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, use a metronome to slow it down if needed. By the way, I'm making a whole bunch of timing lessons to go with this to help you guys improve your timing. It's the How to Play in Time mini course, and you'll be hearing more about it if you follow Fiddlehead, if you click the like button if you're watching on YouTube, and subscribe and all that. Okay, but anyway, the goal though is that a lot of people struggle with timing, and there's a lot of simple things you can do to improve your timing. And that's the mission of this lesson and this little mini course of lessons I'm creating. Okay, so now finally we're gonna take this rhythm and we're gonna make up a little melody. And so I've made a bunch of these exercises with made up melodies, but I hope that you can someday do the same process on your own and make up your own melodies. And if you don't do that, that's fine too. But the whole point of this is to somehow make this fun. This practicing stuff should be fun. It shouldn't be torture like, oh, I'm going to practice real hard and someday it's going to be fun. Hopefully you have fun playing in the moment. It's not like it's all going to be, blissed out the whole time. There's going to be some work involved, of course. But anyhow, so let's do it. So the rhythm again is da, 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 which by the way is an eighth quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, quarter. For those of you who read music and are keeping score. Okay, let's do it. So this little rhythm, I'm just gonna play once this little atomic melody I made up to go with this. A little faster. And so on the Fiddlehead course, I've also notated it in the upper octave. It's a pretty joyous little melody. So now we'll do it together. We'll loop it together, maybe 4 times. I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, go. Let me start over. I'm gonna play the lower octave. Play the upper octave if you like. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so hopefully that was the right amount of challenge for you, and if that melody was hard, remember, simply return to the earlier steps. Simply go back to doing it on open D. Maybe that's too fast for you, so slow it down. Use a metronome, slow it even further down. Okay, so we're almost done. So I made a series of 16 of these exercises. Hopefully they will help you play very tricky rhythms that you encounter in fiddle tunes. But you can also make up your own. Say you encounter a tricky rhythm like what we did earlier with Shooting Creek. So you can take that rhythm, extract it from the melody. I call this extracting the rhythm, and play it on an open string. Same thing is. So all all the fiddle tunes you encounter have tricky rhythms. Once you figure it out and you know that's hard for you, extract it and turn it into an exercise and do all these steps. Open string, chord if you're playing chords, steps of a scale. So same thing. So da, 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 on a scale. Clapping. Da, 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 da. I have a whole other lesson on that, so I won't talk about extracting the rhythm too much here. And that's pretty much it. This is all part of a course, the How to Play in Time course, and some of the main lessons in the course are how to play with the metronome, how to have a steady time with the metronome. Then another lesson on how to play faster with a metronome. So two different things. The first step is to play steady tempo. Next step is to play faster if you want. And then how to extract the rhythm and some other useful things for playing in time. So that's it. Let me know your questions. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have fun getting into those fundamentals. The fundamentals. All right. And just go fiddle with it. See what you come up with. Go to fiddlehead.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the videography. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.